Coming up on today's show, we're featuring one of Columbus's best-kept secrets, Clintonville. Featuring many unique small businesses, Clintonville is becoming a growing destination for great shopping, dining, and neighborhood traditions. We'll take you to see some of the beautiful lodges that can make you feel miles away from the city while staying just minutes from the freeway. Also, we'll stop by one of Clintonville's biggest dining traditions for some stick-to-your-ribs favorites. All this and more. Stay tuned. Well, you want a delicious sub and meet some friends? We got the place for you located in Clintonville. It's the India Oak Grill. And we had an opportunity to talk to Matt Gill about this wonderful place and its history. Tell us a little history of the bar.
The bar's been around here for a long time, 35 plus years. It actually started at the corner of Indianola and Oakland Park over here. That's why it's called the India Oak, the corner of Indianola and Oakland Park. We are not an Indian restaurant, as some people actually.
Yeah, I can see where they get that confused.
Yeah, so yeah, we've been around a long time. My brothers and myself bought it 9.5 years ago. I think I'm about the third or fourth owner. I bought it from a guy that owned it for 24 years before me, so I know it's got a lot of history in the neighborhood. A lot of people that have been coming here for a long time.
You said it started out as a car wash, right?
It started out as a car wash. Used to drive your car down through here. The drain was back here. The original pay window is right up front. That's why you got kind of this odd shape, and fortunately it works well for a bar.
Well, you know what's cool though is these neighborhood bars are fantastic. It's kind of like watching Cheers. Everybody kind of knows your name and everybody knows each other, and it's just a place to hang out, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how this place is. You get a lot of regulars. It's a true neighborhood bar. You get a lot of people that really become your family. That's one of the cool things I found out after we bought the bar is I have an extended family now, and it's really great.
Let's talk a little bit about the food. I understand the Italian sub is fantastic.
That's what we're really known for, our Italian sub. Best in Clintonville is how we advertise it, and it's pretty good. But we have a very small kitchen, but we do a substantial amount of business out of that little kitchen, and I think we have a pretty good reputation for not only a good sub, but good all-around food.
Well, talk about your clientele a little bit.
This is really Clintonville, and Clintonville is a very diverse neighborhood. Our clientele is very diverse. You get a lot of people, the old-timers been coming in here for 30 years. You get a lot of young people that are coming in, so they run the gambit. But like I said, it is a true neighborhood bar. We really try to advertise and market to the people that live right here in this great neighborhood of Clintonville.
So how do we get more information, and how do we find you?
We are located at 590 Oakland Park. If you go to Indianola and Oakland Park, we're right behind the UDF. We are open daily at 11 o'clock for lunch till 1 a.m. and till midnight on Sunday.
Fantastic. You got a website?
Yes, it's indiaoakgrill.com.
Dr. Kitco and Associates has one goal, and that's to make you smile. Dr. Kitco explained the importance of providing comfort for everyone's teeth, no matter their age, and talked out and about Columbus about the pros of being an independent dentist office.
Oh my goodness, we do impacted wisdom teeth. We do intravenous sedation. I place implants. We do connective tissue grafting. We do the sleep appliances, the ones for people with sleep apnea that don't like their CPAP machine. We do a thing called the Laurel one-step denture, which means we can make a person a set of dentures in 1 hour. I know that sounds weird, but we can do that. Don't forget, we do crowns, and we do veneers, and we do fillings, and we do dentures and partials and all that. We do all the typical stuff, but a lot of the things that you wouldn't even expect, we actually do that too. The other is we're not a corporate office. And what I mean by that is it's Dr. Kitco and Associates. I'm Dr. Kitco. You're going to get me or one of my associates, but you're going to get the same dentist every time. And you can always ask for who you get. If you notice some of the corporate offices, and the way you tell who they are is because they name them like after cities, Smiles Are Us, stuff like that. And they don't even have the name of the dentist on the door. And on top of that, they'll say, our dentists are licensed by the state of Ohio. They don't even give you the name. And the reason is, you're probably not going to get the same dentist more than a couple times. We work with thousands of insurance companies, and we accept insurance from just about all. The only way that we wouldn't accept your insurance is if you have a list that says you have to go to somebody on this list, which, by the way, in Ohio is illegal. Okay? There's network, there's in-network, there's out-of-network, but as far as accepting insurance, we accept it. So there's a nuance there. Do we accept your insurance? Yes. Are we on your network list? Maybe, maybe not. But I'll tell you this, insurance companies haven't changed what they pay for dental care in 54 years. Most people don't realize this, but in 1960, dental insurance companies paid $1,000 towards a person's dental care. Well, back in 1960, postage stamp was 4 cents, a movie ticket was $1, a new car was $2,000, and a new house was $12,000. 54 years later, a postage stamp is 49 cents. You know, houses are probably, what, $220,000, and a car is probably, what, $25,000? And they're still paying $1,000. So if your insurance company is only giving you 1960 money, like it's like monopoly money, to buy dental care at 2014 prices, I don't know that they should really even have a say of where you go. You should choose where you think you will receive the best care, where you want to go, and just let the insurance pay their little bit, and then, you know, pay the rest yourself, because that's what you're going to do anyway. Well, we actually pride ourselves, you can't tell from outside, but we have 10 treatment rooms here, so we kind of pride ourselves in always having a room that we can get somebody in if they're experiencing a toothache, they have an issue. You know, people put things off, let's face it, people don't like going to the dentist. I don't know if you've heard that before. And we understand that, and we take care of their fears, we take care of their discomfort. So from the moment you decide you need to call, just call us, because chances are, if you're in pain, we'll get you in that very day, sometimes within hours. And if it's not a painful episode where you don't have to be seen, we'll get you in probably that week. You can call us, 614-262-9588, or you can go to our website, which is drkvitko.com. And because Kvitko is not the easiest word to spell, I'll tell you it's drkvitko.com.
Were you feeling some stress or some anxiety in your life? Well, you want to try reading yoga. And we talked to Elizabeth Miller about some of the benefits you'll find here. I know everybody's heard the term, but what is really yoga?
Okay, so one thing I think to keep in mind is that yoga is a thousands of years old tradition. It isn't just one thing. There are many, many, many different traditions. The tradition of yoga in particular that I work with is called Vini Yoga. It basically means the appropriate application of the tools of yoga. So the V and the Ni, they're Sanskrit prefixes. They mean appropriate application. So I don't think I could speak to what is the whole body of yoga, but I can tell you a little bit about what Vini Yoga is. And so we take all of these different tools of yoga, the breath work, the postures, the meditation, all of that sort of stuff, and apply it to the individual that we're working with.
And that's one of the things that's unique about you is you do individualized instruction. So let's walk through what the benefits of that would be.
Let's just say someone comes in and they've had a recent death in the family. They have some low back pain. They're having some anxiety from work. You know, we don't walk in with just one particular thing. And so we would, through the course of working together, a minimum usually of 4 times. Some people come in every week. Some people come in once a quarter. You know, it just depends on what you want to do. We would develop a practice for you that would address each one of those issues. And then you can take from that and begin to use those different tools depending on what's going on for you that day. Maybe your low back stuff is really flaring up, or maybe you didn't sleep well last night. You can adapt the practice to what's going on for you.
Another thing that you do that's kind of unique is Thai yoga massage, right? And what is that? How does that differ from a deep tissue massage or some other type of massage?
And how do those two things fit together? Well, Thai yoga massage is the bodywork that's native to Thailand, and so we do it on this mat here on the floor. The participant and is completely clothed the whole time, and so there's no oils involved. It's a series of moving the body in a way that has a lot of traction, has a lot of range of motion. There's a press and release part of it that really gets into where you're holding, and then you let it press in, and then you let it go. The one thing to keep in mind is traditional Thai massage is 2 to 2.5 hours long, so it's a much longer experience than most people are used to.
That might be a good experience.
Yeah. This is no 50-minute in and out sort of thing. So again, similar to the Vini Yoga, the benefits over time will begin to unravel for you. And
how do we get more information, Elizabeth?
On my website, readinyoga.com. I am on Facebook. You can find me there. My phone's always off. So you can certainly call, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to answer.
You're going to get the voicemail.
You're going to get the voicemail, but I do all of my scheduling via email, but you can go to the website. All that information is on there.
If you're looking for a place to get pampered naturally with Avita products or sport a stylish new hairstyle, Raphael's studio, located off of High Street in Clintonville, is the salon for you. We spoke with Raphael about the salon services and how it has evolved over 27 years.
Well, it's kind of a long story. One day my brother was sitting there and he says, hey, you should really think about opening up your own hair salon someday. And I said, why? He said, well, you're really great with customers and they really love you. And so we started looking around and we found Clintonville to be our neighborhood that we really felt comfortable in. And so eventually my wife and I, we decided to open up our Raphael studio 27 years ago with just 4 styling chairs, no receptionist, no assistants. I don't even think we had an answering machine back then. Our biggest thing was to get an answering machine or to even get a DVD player back then. So we opened it, and like they say, build it and they will come. So we start off really small with the concept of using all Avita products, and slowly but surely we built to what we are now 27 years later. 15 employees, 10 styling chairs, and it's just great to be in business. Our goal is to always exceed the clients or the guests' expectations on every visit. We really want to go above and beyond their expectations. You can get your hair done anywhere. But when was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I really love my hair? That's our point of difference. It does exceed the guests and the clients' expectations every time they come in. We are an Avita concept salon. We specialize in women's hair cutting, hair coloring, and color cosmetics. We also do a lot of men. So all those men out there that love that barbering techniques, we also love to have their business also. Yes, we are an Avita concept salon. We care the hair care, the skin care, and the color cosmetics. Avita is an all organic, environmentally safe product. So we carry your hair care, your skin care, and color cosmetics. It's a great line, environmentally safe. There's no animal testing. We are open 10 to 8 Monday through Friday and 9 to 4 on Saturday. We're only a click away now, with the internet and your smartphones and your tablets. You just click on raphaelstudio.com and visit our webpage. And you can click an appointment on there today. Or you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook.
Nancy's Home Cooking is the place to grab a bite in Clintonville. Out and About Columbus spoke with Rick Hahn, who told us about the history behind the restaurant and the importance of keeping this community tradition alive.
We have eliminated all of the formalities of a typical restaurant. We don't have a hostess, we don't have a meet and greet except for good morning, good afternoon, and it's pretty much sitting down at the dinner table with family or your friends. There's no customer title to us. Everybody is related to us in some form, and if you're new, it's just more like of a distant relative that we haven't met yet. We get very personally attached to each person. The more they come in, the more we're involved in their life, and vice versa. And it's beyond the food. It's more of the fellowship and the compassion that we have with our customers and stuff. Well, Nancy Kimmerling is the name who started the restaurant in 1967-68. She opened it up. Her husband was a Columbus police officer, and she found out later on she didn't like the restaurant business too much. So she ended up selling it to a woman named Cindy King. And Cindy King's husband was a police officer, so that's where the connection was. And Cindy King, from 1970-71, built its legacy over the last 40 years. Well, we did lose Cindy March 3rd, 2012, due to illness that had started taking effect in 2009. And during that time, she had to sell the restaurant. She was talking about selling the restaurant, but the community rallied behind her little establishment because of what she did over the 40 years to make sure that this place did not shut down. So my wife, Sheila Hahn, she ended up leaving 2 months before graduating from grad school with her master's degree to carry on the family restaurant. And in doing so, I came aboard to just kind of help here and there with January 2010. We did a whole renovation. We kept almost all the equipment here. We knew that Cindy was going to pass because it was pretty much written that she was going to, go. So March 3rd, 2012, she did pass away. Unbeknownst to me or any of the family, 8 months later, Sheila ended up passing away of stage 4 lymphoma. So the restaurant was up in limbo again. It was a no-brainer for me. I ended up taking over the wheel on this and carrying it on because that's what I promised Sheila I would do, because she promised Cindy she would do. We are adding to the menu, but we're not taking away the signature items that people have grown to love over the last 46 years. So we are going to just, keep introducing new items on top of our signature stuff. And we'll just, hopefully people will like it and carry on and go from there. And our phone number is 614-265-9012. And we're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. and Sunday, 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m.
If you've missed any of today's show, you can watch it online anytime. OutandAboutColumbus.com. Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to Facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus. Well, maybe one of the best kept secrets in lodging is right off Olentangy River Road and 315. We talked to Mike Hyatt from Ohio Health about this wonderful place that you may want to spend a couple days. Tell us a little bit about Big Red's Lodges and how this got started.
Sure. Well, Big Red's Lodges was named after the nickname of John H. McConnell, and everybody's familiar with that name around the Columbus market. Mr. McConnell originally put his name on the McConnell Heart Health Center, which sits at the front of our properties. And part of his vision was to bring relaxation and wellness to folks from around the region and around the country. And part of the vision was building Big Red's Lodges, which sits on the back of the property.
How many lodges are there, and how many people can you accommodate?
We have 4 buildings, each with 2 units, so a total of 8 cottages.
Who's your audience? Who comes back and uses these?
We have a lot of regular travelers. Interestingly enough, we have a lot of folks from around the general region that come for a quick getaway. When you get here, you feel like you're out in the woods. Nice spacious property, nature trail that runs around the property. So without getting out of the city, you feel like you're really out of the city.
It's amazing to see something like this. What if you have someone in the hospital? Can it be used for that as well?
Sure. With Riverside Hospital adjacent to our property and us being part of Ohio Health, we certainly accommodate a lot of folks who have patients or family members that are in the hospital, and we see a lot of those folks as well.
What kind of cost are we talking about to come in and stay here?
It's $139 a night plus tax, and that comes with not only the overnight stay in the cottage, but access to the McConnell Heart Health Center's fitness area and a morning breakfast.
Talk a little bit about the amenities that I'm going to find inside of the lodge.
Sure. Well, when you go inside, you'll walk into a cozy living space. In that area, there is a kitchen space that has a refrigerator, freezer, and a microwave, and a sink space. There's also a LCD screen on the wall, a fireplace, and a nice cozy sofa, and complimentary high-speed internet space for a person who wants to do some work. There's also a spacious bedroom that has a king-size bed, also a television, DVD player, and a nice walk-in shower and a kind of a contemporary rustic feel to the whole facility.
How do we get more information?
Thanks, Mike. You can reach us 2 ways. You can call us at area code 614-566-2447 or visit us online at www.bigredslodges.com.
The Crest Gastropub in Clintonville is taking a new approach to fresh food by growing their own produce in front of the restaurant. We learn more about their unique approach to bringing fresh produce to your table from Dustin Bradford and Carrie Haas.
The Crest started with an idea of the owners. Growing up on a farm in Lebanon, they kind of wanted to bring their culture and everything that they experienced from their life here to Columbus and really create something authentic that the city has never seen before. We're kind of moving through a process of tiers at the Crest, you could say. we continue to develop and become something new and different. As you can hear the noise in the background, we're in the process of developing a rooftop seating where we hope to provide special menu items, provide alcoholic beverages, a rooftop dining experience, again, something Columbus has never seen before. From our local sourcing of food to working with local farms, local providers, making it as fresh as possible for the customer to enjoy. So the patio is definitely the best place to be in this restaurant, in my opinion. The patio offers 12 tables, full menu out here. It's definitely a great selling point for the guest. The community really seems to enjoy the space. There's not really a patio like this anywhere in the area. We have our herb garden that surrounds the patio. We come out and we handpick these herbs every day and throughout the day. Also in the gardens at the side and out in the front, we're utilizing those in our cocktails, our soups, our menu items. So again, keeping it fresh, keeping it local, keeping it hip.
You know, we look to push the boundaries of what a restaurant actually is, and by doing that is taking the freshest ingredients that we can have, which we grow out in our front garden, our cocktail garden. Then come July, what we have in our rooftop little patio we got going on. So we take these ingredients, put them into the food, comes across real fresh, clean, and it's a lot more healthy. It's a Mediterranean-inspired American food. I spent some years in Beirut, and I kind of brought that freshness that they use and that cleanness back to the restaurant here. You can come to our website, thecrestgastropub.com. You can always look us up on Facebook, the Crest Gastropub. Our address is 2855 Indianola Avenue in Clintonville. Or you can contact us on our phone here at 261-7128.
Well, the SeaBus has been in operation almost a month now, and of course a lot of big events coming up in Columbus, including Red, White, and Boom. We learned about some of those events that the SeaBus can certainly take you to from Lisa Knapp. Well, Lisa, I know SeaBus has been operating almost a month now, so how's it going?
It is going really well. People seem to love the SeaBus. In just a little over a month, we've given over 43,000 rides.
That's amazing.
So it is amazing. People are using it to get to work in the morning. They're using it to go out for lunch or for meetings. They're using it for special events. We actually had one of our highest ridership days, our actual highest ridership day, during the Arts Fest and Gallery Hop. Over 3,400 people rode on a Saturday. So we were...
An ABC sponsored thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we were thrilled with that ridership. So we love that people are using the service and loving it.
I know that there's a lot of fun things coming up, and SeaBus is certainly involved in that and getting people to and from us. What's some of those things?
Absolutely. As you know, the SeaBus runs all throughout downtown, the Arena District, Short North, and the Brewery District. So there are a lot of things going on where you can take the SeaBus or use the SeaBus to get back and forth between the different activities. So we want to encourage people to use the SeaBus to, if they're at work during the day and they want to try something different for lunch, maybe check out the Pearl Market on Tuesdays and Thursdays downtown in Lynn Alley. In Pearl Alley. We also have the State House is starting this Friday, or next Friday. They are starting the concerts at the State House lawn and food trucks on Fridays.
That's a great time.
It is a great time, and lots of really cool things to check out. The Columbus Commons has Food Truck Thursdays, so lots of different food trucks, and we like to center things around food with Cota. But we also have the Short North has the Gallery Hop on the first Saturday of every month, and the SeaBus is a great way to get back and forth during that event. So a lot of good things coming up. Also ComFest and Pride Fest coming up. So check out the SeaBus and see if it can get you where you need to go.
So where do we get more information, Lisa, about Cota?
Go to Cota.com for more information, or check out the hashtag #CatchTheSeaBus, and you can see how other people are using the SeaBus and riding the SeaBus.
Well, look at these tasty peaches. We talked to Greg Utze here at Utze's Market about some of the things that are being harvested right now and what's up and coming. Also, some price hikes out on the West Coast you're going to want to know about. Well, Greg, man, I tell you, we are in the swing of things now with the crops and everything, and I noticed you've got the Big Smile peaches. Tell us about those.
Yeah, it's finally feeling like summer around here. Big Smile is an orchard we've been dealing with for about 3 years now. Just a consistent quality peach every time it comes in.
You planted corn, I know. Well, I remember the sign out front that said, how many weeks, but we're really getting to the point where you're going to be harvesting sweet corn before long.
Yeah, hopefully by the end of this week, we should be in our own corn. Now, we're going to sell some other corn this week. Some good growers got in a little earlier than we did. But once we start harvesting our own, it truly feels like it's summertime here.
Now, how's that crop looking? Because I know we've had fairly warm weather, but we've also had, it seems like, a decent mix of rain.
Right. We actually, on our farm here, we've had too much rain. Is hurting the crop some. We're losing some plants. We're losing some tomato plants. You know, there's just too much water out there. But luckily, it's been warm. This heat lets it grow through some of that and dries it off a little quicker.
Yeah. You know, we're hearing in the news that Southern California, there's some problems there. Vegetable prices are going to go up. What's happening with that?
Right. Mainly in California, it's due to irrigation water. They're kind of in a drought out there. So the water is being diverted to the cities for the people, which you know, that's probably the right thing to do. Sure. But it's going to affect our prices here because they have to irrigate their crops out there. So everything is going sky high, and it's going to be a long-term problem.
Yeah. And when you say sky high, what kind of percentage of increases are you thinking?
We're right now, we've looked at the price of lettuce. What we pay for it almost has doubled over what it should be this time of year.
So those 99-cent heads of lettuce are probably going to be gone.
Right. At our store, it will be. Some of the big stores will use it as a loss leader or whatever, but we can't do that here.
Yeah. So what else can we look forward to in terms of harvesting now that we're kind of in that season?
Yeah, right now, off of our farm, we're picking cucumbers and zucchini, starting to pick some candied onions, and like I said, the sweet corn will come in. Out of other farms, where blueberries start this week. Just a great crop for us here, and always glad to see that.
Always great information as usual. Greg, what are your hours here at Utzi's Market? When can people come and see you?
We are 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday, located off of Route 42, just south of Plain City.
And a great deal in meat and cheese. I always have to mention that because it is a great deal in meat and cheese. Greg, thanks so much for being on the show. Well, we've all heard the word digital, but do you really know what it is about when it comes to hearing aids? We talked to Greg Van Horsen of Absolute Hearing Solutions to learn more and why you may want that digital technology at work for you. Well, Greg, you know, I've had a lot of people approach me and ask me, they said, you know, is really Absolute Hearing Solutions that good a deal? And I said, it is an incredible deal. If you're looking for hearing aids, you got to go see them. Give us some reasons why that is.
Well, the big difference is we just have the same exact hearing as everybody else, and we don't charge anywhere near the same price. I mean, a lot of people can play around with prices. Well, we charge this, well, we charge the same price. Well, it's like going to get in a car, spending $20,000 in a car. Are you getting a Cadillac or are you getting a Chevette? I mean, it's the same type of thing. So whenever you're comparing hearing aids, you want to get the model number and the actual manufacturer so that you can really compare what exactly are you getting, because there is a big difference between manufacturers of what they have. Some people focus on these bands, which are equalizers. Well, just because you have a 16-band hearing aid and it could do all these functions, I can get a 5-year-old hearing aid that's a 16-band hearing aid. So it's what is actually in the chip, how fast of it is. Right now, the new technology is comparing like the 2014 chips in computers compared to the 1995. So there's a huge difference in how they manage speech, and noise is a big part. The old hearing aids were basically designed to help you understand or just hear things. Now the new ones are designed to help you understand speech, which is a huge difference.
You know, speaking of that, you've got one of these new miniaturized, and it is digital. Let's show the folks that.
Okay, yeah, this one right here is these are called Invisible, and what these are 100% digital. There's another brand out there that also does a deep insertion hearing aid, but those are analog, and you really can't control the features on it too well. And these are 100% digital, and what they are is they're called invisible hearing aids. So people that really don't want anybody to see them. I've had people from 94-year-old lady get them to a gentleman came the other day who's 51 and sells insurance and doesn't want anybody noticing that he's wearing anything. And that's really what that market's for.